So this is how we're going to set up against a horizontal stack. Say the disc starts out in the middle. We have our force. This works equally well against, say, either force forehand, backhand, or straight up. Our handler defenders will sag somewhat into the middle, narrowing the lane. And our downfield defenders are going to set up in this basic formation where the two inside defenders will step forward 2 to 3 yards on their player, and the outside guys will step back a few yards and pinch in towards the middle. The responsibilities here are even though we're setting up almost like a zone, this is still a man defense where each player is primarily watching their offensive player, but we play it so that it's easy to switch. With the handler defenders sagging a little bit, this narrows the lane to over here. So this defender is really going to concentrate on any cutter that's going to come over here and switch, call a switch with the defender whose player is crossing into that area. These two are helping any sort of deep threat. So in practice, how does this work? Well, there's different ways that people often have offensive cuts against the zone. For instance, if these two go deep, this defender's going, and this defender has to pull over right away, and this guy comes in. As soon as that happens, these two have to respond by switching over and looking against these other offensive players. So if this guy comes in over here, this guy comes across or back, we have that easy switch. This still works even if we have, say, the two in the middle go deep. These guys respond, call a switch, they go over here. Probably one of these players is going to cut to the inside. Another typical offensive strategy is to do a type of diamond cut. For instance, this guy goes deep, he picks up, and he comes across. Objective being that they're going to do this. He goes deep, he comes across, and if he goes diagonally towards this guy, it's a switch over, and he comes over here, and then as this guy comes in, he's prepared, this defender is prepared to once again call a switch and pick up the in cutter. In any of these switches, typically the switches only happen for the first 1 or 2 cuts, because once people are downfield and scattered around, you've got to be playing tight man.